Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams for Illucia. Now the top team of today is using Shemira, and even there is a second best team using Shemira that doesn't have Cryonia in it. So even if you don't have Cryonia, then you can get a top score using Shemira. Okay, the first team I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do a run of it, but this is the most free-to-play team because it doesn't use the twins. So for some people, it may be better for you if your twins are lower ascension. Real Frestor in front of Smokey, Illusion in front of Sonya. With the harmonic spell, Sinbad is a damage dealer. And charms are going to be standard for this comp with the Gale onto Sinbad, Arcane onto Sonya. Okay, now the other team, which is doing the best for a Shemira team if you don't have Cryonia, is this one, using sorcery charms on the twins. This has gotten up to 77 billion damage with a maxed out account. I don't know whether we're going to be able to hit that. We're going to try to do that. Blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left. Sorcery charms on the twins, as you can see here. Otherwise, Arcane onto Sonya, Butcher onto Shemira, Recovering onto Smokey, and Insight onto Ludovic with the harmonic spell. And apparently this team doesn't even have terribly bad RNG, but for Illucia in general, the top teams are going to need a lot of runs because the RNG is not very good. But this one apparently is doing well consistently, so I want to see what we can get here. This is the only team using sorcery charms in the twins. The other two teams I'm going to show you, which are also top performers, those are not going to have sorcery on the twins. Okay, so Shemira going to be dealing her damage here. Ludovic Smokey also can deal pretty good damage. Illucia is weird because the crazy thing is, even in the Cryonia team comp, which is the top team of today, it's difficult for you to really get over 74 billion damage. But this team without Cryonia has hit up to 77 billion damage. And so that's why I really think this is a top tier competitive team. Look, we got a new record. We beat our Cryonia team score on the first run of this non-Cryonia team. And we got 74.3, which is not great. With RNG, it has potential of doing higher. But I mean, it did set a new record already. And yeah, so when you look at this, Ludovic hardly deals any damage. I guess you just need to have Shemira to deal more damage with this comp. Okay guys, I've done 7 runs with this comp. We were not able to get higher than the first run that we did, which was 74.3 billion, which is our top record. Now we're going to move on to another team that doesn't use Shemira. This is also a high RNG team, but this can hit up to 78 billion damage if you get the perfect RNG. Real Frestor in front of Smokey, Illusion in front of Sonya, Sonya Sinbad on the Stellar Bond, Blue twin on the right, pink twin on the left. Now for this team, the key thing is you should have either Eagle Charms or Gale Charms on the twins. Both are doing fine. It isn't decided which is actually better. You can try both of them, and Sinbad with the Gale Charms. Otherwise, the heroes have basically the same charms. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of runs of this. I did 7 runs with the other team. I want to do like, ideally even 7 runs of this team, and then we do the remainder of the runs on the Cryonia team. But it looks like Illucia is just a high RNG boss. Even for that team that we showed you with Shemira, the first one we showed for today, it does seem that is a high RNG team because the damage range from like 66 billion all the way up to the 74 billion. Like an 8 billion damage swing. And this comp as well probably is going to have just as bad RNG. Because Illucia keeps silencing your team, transforming them into a CAD, and the timing of everything is going to play a factor. Okay, looking good though. 71 billion damage, 15 seconds left. We need to burst the boss right now. Yeah, it's going to stop right there. 71.3 billion damage. Which, I mean, this is not great, honestly. This is just fine. I don't know whether Gale Charms would have a better chance at hitting that RNG because, like I said, people are doing well with Eagle Charms or Gale Charms today. Basically, just don't run Sorcery, and you should be fine. Okay, guys, I've done 6 runs of this team. The highest score we got was around 72 billion damage. So still 2 billion damage under the Shemira team. Now, it doesn't mean that this team is worse, but it definitely seems like the RNG is worse. Like, I don't know how many runs we'd have to do to get that good score. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the final team. This one will need the Eagle Charms on the twins. It will need a Cryonia who is built up. So, of course, this is a very pay-to-win team. You might not be able to run it, but honestly, the thing is, I remember in the previous week, we ran this team, all 20 runs or so of this team. We couldn't even set a record compared to just the first run that we did of the Shemira team today. And so basically, don't worry if you don't have Cryanaya. If you get good RNG on the Shemira team or even the Sinbad team, you can actually beat the score of people running the Cryanaya team. But this is the top potential. It can get up to 80 billion damage with the maximum perfect RNG, maximum account. And now for the Cryanaya charms, some people have been doing better with the sorcery charms on Cryanaya. I'm going to try that first. But Butcher charms also work for her. Butcher onto Shemira. And you're going to have the Eagle charms on the twins. That is important. And Smokey with the recovering. And Frester with the sorcery. Real Frester in front of Smokey. Illucia in front of Shemira. Pink turn on the left. Blue turn on the right. And Cryanaya in the back. This is with the harmonic spell. Okay, so we're going to watch one replay. And then we're going to do the remainder of skip runs we have, which is just 7 runs in total. So, yeah, I wish we had more runs to actually get the top score in Illucia. It's a extremely high RNG boss, and, yeah, you just need to get very lucky in order to get the top scores. Honestly, from my testing so far, it seems like Illucia has the worst RNG of any Dream 1 boss currently. Even though Plague Creeper is bad, Lone Gaze is bad, you guys know how much, or how difficult those are. This one is also, Illucia is also extremely bad RNG. But let's see what we can do on our first run with the sorcery charms on the Cryanaya. So the reason this boss is so tough is that she has this shield which will drastically reduce all damage dealt onto her. And when that is active, like look at this, the damage is hardly moving up at all. And you're waiting for that shield to pop and then you can just deal your damage again. But like looking at this, you see right here, only 71 billion damage. And it was just about timing of everything, the damage output, and we get 71 billion. But yeah, you might think we're hitting the top, like the maximum potential, but we're not. Oh, we got it. We got a good run. 77.3 billion damage. That feels nice. Rank 2 position. Yeah, this is probably going to be our top scoring run. I highly doubt we're going to go higher than this. Okay, guys, we're going to take a look at this replay. This was the top score we were able to get. 77.3 billion damage, which is it's a really good score. I'm really impressed by that. And what does it exactly come down to? And I want to see exactly when Cryanaya dies. And maybe even the timing of the Smoky Blue Aura. And we can take a look at... But it seems like the damage is just coming from Shemira. That additional damage that we get. So here we go. 45 billion damage. And this is Cryanaya's second ultimate cast. And now Cryanaya should go down. 55 billion damage. Cryanaya goes down. Okay, 53 seconds left. Shemira's casting her ultimate. And it's not doing much damage at all because the shield is active for Illucia. And now the shield pops, and there we go. Shield pops, and then the blue aura of Smokey starts casting, dealing the damage. Shemira is able to cycle her ultimate. 76 billion damage. 16 seconds left. In these final 16 seconds, you're hardly able to get any more damage off because the boss's shield is always active and then your damage is ticking up so slowly. But in the total, that is over 77 billion damage, which is a great score. And I think that is basically near probably the maximum potential I would be able to hit, unless you get really lucky. But hopefully running these teams, you're able to get a top score. Just keep in mind, choose a team and then run it as many times, all 20 times, to try and get your top score. The Shemira team is great. The Sinbad Sonya team is also fine. Both can get top scores, but it does seem like the Sinbad Sonya team is a bit more RNG heavy. And the Cryanaya team is definitely the winning. The Cryanaya team is the best. However, that being said, the Shemira team with perfect RNG can even compete with the Cryanaya team. So that is also the thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. I'll hope to see you guys in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.